Greetings. Today I have on my anti-demon goggles because we are attempting a dark and ancient arcane ritual to summon forth an artiste entity into this universe to help me finish my to help me get a new page for my new sketchbook. These are my previous sketchbook pages in order. See, we got a bit of a theme going on here. And this is what the demon has sketched so far. Definitely didn't just lose the recording of this. And soon the demon shall enter our world and we shall be able to create this new thing. Now, let me just do the final ritualistic act. Oh, yeah. Okay, I feel it now, people. The demon, its energies. I'm. Hi, okay. My name is Grabmiballz Sukmanob. That is pretty hard to spell. I'm from the third layer of hell. I was born from the part of Hitler's soul that wanted to be an artist when he died. Wanted to be a painter, yep, until they kicked me out. Anyway, first of all, 3 out of 10 summoning experience. Really mediocre, not the best. We prefer it when you sacrifice a virgin, but I suppose, suicide kind of defeats the point. But anyway. Yep, so yeah, terrible summoning experience. Also have to say, 0 out of 10 as a human being, really, this guy. Terrible recording setup. His stick, it's a stick. It's not a tripod, it's a stick, right? That holds his stupid little recording device. And he just puts it in his knee. He holds it with his leg and sits on his bed and draws. This is how this is being drawn right now, right? This is just terrible. Well, it's like he's not even trying. It's ridiculous. This room is filthy. There is like 300 monster cans in this room. 300. That is not an exaggeration. All right. Way too much moss. He's got just all sorts of shit in here. Wow. I mean, I'm a fan. Down here, we're fans of that. This is truly a human that has succumbed to temptation and greed and sloth and many other sins, assumably. Great. We look forward to seeing him down here, really, because just terrible. Just terrible. Yep. Grabmiballz Sukmanob. You can see here, he's got, like, pretty good pens, like, not the greatest pens, like, you know what I mean? You can see I'm doing abstract art here, as is his style. It's pretty, I'm not a great, like, I don't know why you had me do the voiceover. I'm not a great teacher, really. It's a bit more monkey do, monkey see. You are monkeys, after all, human beings. You're pretty ridiculous. You'll see I do a self-sketch in this book, so you'll be able to see what my superior demon face looks like. Much more attractive and symmetric, well-proportioned than you ridiculous apes. Don't know why God gave you the earth. Honestly, would have preferred like maybe squid people. Squid people would have been cool. The octopuses, even the dolphins and the whales, really more interesting. You guys were cooler when you were chimps. Much better at sort of, violence. You had like claws and big sharp teeth. Really just a superior organism in many ways. You're soft now. You're all soft. You're dull. You're big. You fat. You stumble around on Earth. I don't know. We don't know what God's thinking, You wrote in your books that, he's like, you guys are made like in his image. Nah, dude, nah. He's got like 87 eyes and he's just like sort of ascended. He's made of gas and light and it's just much better. Definitely doesn't look like you weird things. And neither do I. You see that's my face right there. Beautiful, aren't I? Aren't I just gorgeous? That's my third eye, as you can see. You can see all the horror and all the futures. And all your sins and all your deepest secrets. It can see you through the screen, actually, right now. So enjoy that. I know everything you've ever done. It's terrible. You're all filthy sinners, and I look forward to seeing you all down here. Except there's one guy named Craig in the audience. You know who you are. You're doing all right. God's proud. God's real proud of the work you're doing. You can see it's a false border here, which gives a nice little outline. Ah, yeah, here the colors come in. He's got good markers, this kid. Got good markers. I don't know if he stole them. I don't know. He's pretty shifty, this kid. I would say he probably did. Yeah, I'm using a gray marker there, and then a black marker around that second false edge. It's a bit hard to see on there right now, but it's all very detailed, that little border around there. I do a lot of hard work. Terrible summoning, but yes, well, I was here to do a job. I've been summoned. No sacrifice. I'm gonna have to rate you badly on the reviews here, pal. But yeah. So you can see we've got many colors, and we're doing it in a bit of a pattern. It's just gonna do like sort of lighter colors for the background, give it a nice border. You know what I mean? Give it a nice bit of pink, a little bit of hot pink. And you can see the bed in the background here, and you'll notice that the time of day shifts frequently. And that's, I don't know, he's just very lazy, this kid. Summoned me like 8 times, in fact, over the course of several weeks. You'll notice there's been a lull, terrible lull. It's because he's lazy and he can't get things done, and he doesn't know how to commit. In general, you know what I mean? Just terrible. You can see I've gone with green, and then I think I'm going to do blue on that main bar there. You can see it says question mark on the date. It is because I do not know when this kid started this, and I don't think he does either. And you can see I go, from light green, a little bit darker, and then I do double layering with that little pattern. So come back in with that first color, and then I'm going to sort of repeat doing that in a lot of the other parts of the drawing. Probably should have slowed the speed and everything, but I'm a demon, like I probably should have changed up the speed and edited this video better, but much too lazy to be doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Really just far too lazy. You can see this is a high effort YouTube channel. You can just hear the excitement in my voice. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good, huh? Doesn't it? See that abstract? I didn't plan the colors when I was drawing it. Would have been probably better if I did, but hey. So yeah, you can see it's layered, like again, light blue, darker blue around those edges. You can see those edges are all just sort of layered on top of each other and sort of half-assed abstract art. Fucking abstract artists. I don't understand why people like it. Just looks stupid. In my demon opinion, we much prefer, the Romans, they would do those big murals of all the people getting killed, and they would do them on the wall. Those were good. Not the Jesus ones, not so much a fan. Not enough blood and gore, you know what I mean? That's really where they had such good paints, the red paints and stuff back in those times. The gore was really the good part of those drawings. Not enough gore in modern art. Except video games. We love video games down here in hell. Really doing well for us. Corrupting a lot of the youth. We love that. We love to corrupt the youth. And we love to hide messages in, like, if you play like Nickelback backwards, you'll hear us and stuff. We love doing just weird stuff like that, like leaving like sort of weird signs in the world for people, like little Easter eggs for people who know demons are real. That's how stuff works, right? And here we come to the letters. So you can see in art school, before they kick me out, fucking Jews. Anyway, you can see the letters here are going to go in a color pattern, and they're not going to blend into each other, but you can see I'm doing the same thing with the color layering as I've done, where I go from lighter to darker around the edges. You can see with the circle there's more patterns that I've done with the sort of colors in there, and with the C, you know what I mean? So yeah, it goes, what am I thinking? It goes like orange, green, blue, purple, and then I think I'll get pink, and then like brown, because I ran out of colors. And that's how it works. Yeah, this is the cover page for the new book for the kid. I try and ramp it up every time, you know what I mean? I always try and ramp it up so it's more impressive than the last one. So the next one obviously will have to be like 18 feet long, and it'll have to be like really well done, and it'll be in an art gallery, it'll be the opening scene to my art gallery. That's what it'll be, you know what I mean? It'll be like the cover page to my art gallery in the future when I'm a famous artist. Obviously, that is the track and the plan. You can see here about this glorious masterwork. Yeah, I got a background page. So yeah, I got a piece of paper behind the page because or else it bleeds through to the other side, and this is a good way to stop that. Except you'll ruin the back page. It's actually a map for D&D for me and my brother. And now it's got all that on it, but it's fine because we're adaptable. And we survive, you know. Oh yeah, I like that patterning. So it's a bit fiery there, you know. It's gonna, all the colors, I'm thinking I want them all to swirl up and sort of into a loop around that sort of tornado-y bit up the top. And you can see I'm using the lighter colors from each of the letters to come through and, you know, give them a cool sort of smoky trail coming out behind them. I like how this came out. This looks pretty cool. In general, this cover page actually looks really cool. I'm happy with it. I was like worried that it would look like corny or something, but I actually really enjoyed it when it came out, which is not all the time with my art. You'd be surprised. People look at my art and they're like, oh, that's really good, like, you know what I mean, like, and I'm like, it's not my best work, blah, 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 and you can see the mistake here, and, you know, I do sometimes wish that I could, like, sort of look at my art, you know, as if I hadn't drawn it, you know, without remembering drawing it. I'm like Kanye, you know, he goes like, my greatest regret in life is that I'll never be able to see myself perform live. You know, I want to have that kind of confidence like Kanye, you know. Definitely a role model, Kanye. Yeah. But I like this drawing. It actually came out better than I felt like it was going to. Which does not always happen. You know what I mean? I've done a bunch of drawings in the sketchbook already. I haven't recorded them, like, so much. I've got a terrible recording setup, obviously, and I'll have to get, like, a tripod or something eventually. You know what I mean? For now, I'm literally drawing on my bed. That's my bed cover right there. So now you know what my bed cover looks like, you pervs, all of you watching. Yeah, and then I went with yellow here. You can see. It's hard when you get a really dark color and you want to fill up, like really just fill up a big wide space like I'm doing here. It can be really hard because the darker colors will create, like, you'll be able to see it, like, you know, painting, you'll be able to see the strokes, you'll be able to see the texture strokes with a really dark color. But with a light color like yellow here, it's good for those wide spaces. It's a bit good, it's good framing, you know, I haven't used it much, and it actually fits with the green, or the blue-green yellow, you know what I mean? I'm just tired here, extremely lazy as mentioned previously. I'm gonna do little rainbows around all the eyes. You can see I come in with different colors and I'm doing it, copying it around. So you make a little color wheel, make a little cutie color wheel. And then, yeah. So it's easy to use those, like, light colors for the middle. Also to make the border stand out more, you know. You can see I actually leave the borders around it white because I feel like it's cool to have it outside the frame. Exactly. So here, yep. That's the end of my video. That's my cover page for the sketchbook, which I'll fill with more stuff. Thank you. Goodbye.